Hi, welcome to the Simple Logistics channel. So today I would like to speak a little bit about just-in-time, what it is, and what are the advantages of just-in-time for logistics and for manufacturing and for the enterprise in general. So first, let's begin with the concept of just-in-time. So before just in time, companies had production techniques that were pretty much just in case. Companies would buy large quantities of material, have large stocks, including inventory in process. So departments that would be upflow from the assembly line, for example, would produce as much as possible to keep costs down through mass production, and the final assembly line would then have to check if they had the right amount of every component, every sub-assembly to make final assembly, because there were different stock levels for every component and every material. Overall, this was pretty inefficient. It had some advantages in what relates to resilience. So this system had so much, I will say fat, because stock is kind of a business fat. These stocks served as a shock absorber, so any problem upflow from the final assembly line would be minimized, would have its impact minimized by the amount of inventory, especially work in process. This created a culture where, no downtime, no maintenance issue, no supplier issue was a big problem for the company. And the company could continue to churn out final, end products because they had large inventories built into the system to absorb any shock, like a supplier failing to deliver on time. And companies use the system for a large number of years, especially in the US, and these remain part of the business culture. Then, when the Japanese, especially Toyota, introduced to the world the Toyota production system, which just in time is a big part of, then other companies started to realize that the just in time production method, that the lean manufacturing in general, was a superior system and had several advantages compared to the traditional, I will say again, just in case system. It wasn't called that, was just the method that companies use to operate, the traditional method, but we'll call it just in case. So just in time had several advantages over just in case. One of the advantages of just in time is that inventory is cost, has a financial cost. If the company uses its own funds to buy stock, these funds could be used elsewhere and have better return for the company. So it's an opportunity loss and an interest. A company could be gaining some interests with this money invested somewhere else. Stock will only depreciate over time, so it's not a very good investment in general. The other point is large inventories require space for storage. So companies, the traditional companies, have usually more floor space destined to storage of raw material, other components, working process, stock, and final product stock waiting to deliver to the customers. So traditional companies have large inventories. And to keep these stock, you also need people to handle the stock. You need security. You need insurance. You need lots of things. I'm not even mentioning here products that require controlled temperature. Then storage costs will go through the roof. When you operate, when a company starts to operate just in time, they do not eliminate inventory, but they minimize it. So they use as little stock as possible, as little stock as the conditions allow it. And this is a very good technique to reduce costs. So as I mentioned, the financial costs tied to inventory. You can build plants that don't require that as much floor space. If you are renting a building, you can rent a smaller building. So overall, costs are much reduced with the use of just-in-time. The other thing is the company is less prone to lose material due to obsolescence, expiring material, or something like that. It's easier and more flexible to adjust to market demand. So if the market trends change, if the market now demands a new color or something else different, it's easier to adjust, and you don't have a lot of inventory on hand that you are not going to sell. You can easily and fast adjust your production and meet market demand. The other important thing is that problems with suppliers, problems with machinery, any problem in the supply chain or production will be exposed as there is less inventory to absorb the shocks. So companies work on solving the root causes of their problems instead of hiding these problems or living with it. So it's easier to fix issues for good, and overall the company can reach new levels of quality, of efficiency that were just simply not feasible before. So just in time is such a change, a positive change for companies, that the drawback of just in time, which is a less resilient system, more prone to stop production during these seismic events like today's pandemic, like 2011 tsunami. These shocks really can put companies that use just in time out of production. They will stop production for weeks, days, maybe weeks, and it has significant impact to their operations. But the gains that you have in normal times, and especially the cost reductions that you have every month of every year, when nothing as bad as a pandemic happens. This gain is so big that I don't think every company should focus on resilience only. You can be resilient in other ways. You can build the company's resiliency by adding different suppliers, having contingency plans, splitting production between different facilities located in different geographical areas. But you don't need to build stock. Stock is not the only answer for increasing resiliency. So I will say that the drawbacks connected to just in time are very, very small, and the advantages are so much bigger that they outweigh, the drawbacks. And just in time or lean manufacturing, as you prefer, that is the way forward for most companies. I think all administrators today have to think about it, have to start implementing it into their business, and logistics people have to work, in a really streamlined, really capable logistics with good visibility to support just-in-time production. Just-in-time production is very challenging for logistics, but it's the only way forward. This was my tip for today. Hope you guys like it. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you like the content of our channel, please subscribe. We have a new content available here twice a week. Keep coming back to our channel to see new videos like this. Thank you very much. Bye.